Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have completely meme deck that actually has very good results. I cannot believe after playing the games I'm freshly after. I really encourage you to watch the games, and if you have time, intro, especially the games. Like, man, we actually are winning with Icebreaker Horror or Kraken, whatever. This card is actually really good. I cannot believe I'm saying it. It's actually pretty good. And about the stats, because that's the point, right? So I thought we are going full meme mode, and like I just wanted to win some games at least, and we actually went 4-2, but that's not it. Not everything. I've been trying different version, and I actually made real changes because I felt the cardo is not there. And in the previous version we went 0-2. In this version, we actually never lost, and like seriously, after the changes, the deck feels so much better, and you know we are at 100% win rate. All I'm saying, those are the hard facts. 4-0. Yeah, we were playing in Platinum, and we actually like ranked up quite heavily with this one. So with that being said, I don't think the matchups are like very relevant. Like we played some stuff, as usually. So take it or leave it. But on the deck, let's talk about the deck because that's the one interesting. Yeah, I'm a bit shocked about the results, but I'm really happy about them as well. So let's see what's up. Alright, and we are in the deck list, and this is the deck that you didn't know you wanted, but you definitely wanted. I've been trying to make a deck with Icebreaker Kraken for so long. This card has been on my radar for like half a year, if not longer. Like, man, I wanted to make Dimir with this card so much, and honestly, after playing the games, it's actually incredibly good control creature. Because first of all, in the late game when you play it, it's just 2 mana for 8/8 that also prevents enemy creatures from untapping, or also artifacts, but who cares. It really makes it that the enemy cannot do anything. But the fact that you can return it to your hand for 0 mana, it's insane. It's basically a 0 mana counter spell. And man, what can I say? Like I'm pleasantly surprised with this card. What more? There is a small like combo that isn't obvious at some point. I didn't notice it before I started playing. You can attack with this, return it to your hand, and replay it. What it does is it means that enemy creatures are stun locked for the rest of the game, because every single turn the Kraken comes into battlefield and enemy creatures don't untap. So it means you can replay it every turn as long as you have enough mana and snowlands and crap. So basically, like you can do it for 3 turns, and this attacks for 8 damage a turn. So you will kill the enemy this way. That's pretty strong. Especially this is basically like 0 mana, like bounce spell. So that's really insane. And you need to be careful, of course, because if you like return the snowlands, returning the Kraken is not part of the cost but effect. So enemy can answer for this one and target this with Inferno Grasp, and then you need to bounce another 3 lands, and that's something you don't want to do. So be careful with this. So with that being said, the deck is actually really fun. I've been having a blast with this one. Not sure if that's because I'm in Platinum right now, or maybe it's very late in the evening, so maybe the decks are different on the ladder. I don't know. I had fun, and killing enemy with Kraken is just insanely cool. Let's talk about the rest of the deck. Like today I was going with my full like creativity. I just like this kind of decks. Not sure if everything is efficient, but those are one of like most of my favorite cards in Dimir. So we went with triple negate because I've been playing with 1 or 2 and I couldn't draw them for my life in any matchup that I've played. So basically, like we were playing like a tap out removal control instead of being Dimir. So I just ramped more of them. We also have Syncopate, Make Disappear, and my favorite for every long game, Devious Cover-Up. We have 2 of them. For every Dimir player, you know what it means. We can loop them back into infinity. So you take one Devious Cover-Up and get back the other one, and you can cast them always because your deck doesn't end. And what more, you can get cards like Graven Lore, cards like Negate especially, and March. Depending on the matchup, you can just get this one simple spell that wins you the game, or a lot of counter spells and cast them every single turn forever until the enemy leaves the game. And in some games it comes into play. We are enough controllish that we can go for a very long game and we do not fear it. So that's a very good part of the deck, and I really loved looping with Devious Cover-Ups. With that being said, Into the Roil, card that nobody except me uses. Probably, honestly, it's probably not the best card for this slot, but I really do like it, and I thought, if not the Icebreaker Kraken deck, when can I use it? This is really cool card because it's a bounce spell that basically has no downside as long as you pay 4 mana, because the bounce spells of course cost you 1 card and you don't really get any value. This one gets cycled basically, but you need to pay quite a lot. However, usually you have this 4 mana and you slow the enemy for the same amount usually. If they play Raiju or something, you just bounce it at hand and you both are in the same situation, but you got another card and slow the enemy down. It also really helps if something early game comes into play that you cannot answer, like enchantments, all this stuff. So you just bounce it at the end step and then negate or Devious Cover-Up. So that's why the card is there. And I feel that bouncing without losing cards is always really sweet. So one of my cards that I've been using since years. We have 3 Blood Chief First and 4 Marches. I like those cards very much because they can answer both the creatures and the planewalkers, so it means it's never dead. If you have a lot of Inferno Grasp, like Power Word Kill, they look really stupid when the enemy keeps drawing cards with Sorin, and you are sitting there with your 1 Inferno Grasp and thinking what went wrong this game. And it might seem random, but this is one of the games I've played today. And I was thinking why the Power Word Death or whatever it's called. So that's why we have 4 Marches, and the fact that it drains life helps so much again, with control decks, especially that we want to draw cards with Sorin. This costs life, and usually we are very pressured. We don't have a lot of mid hooks. We only have 1 and double Shadow Verdict and double Blood on the Snow. We have Professor Onyx, but it's if you can cast her and use Magecraft, you probably aren't in bad situation anyway. So in order to, balance out Sorin, which can be painful in this deck, we have 4 Marches, and I'm really happy with the results. And one interaction that you do not want to see, and I've seen it today. Icebreaker Kraken costs 12 mana. If it's on top of your deck when you +1 Sorin, you need to prove how brave you are. I honestly chickened out and I didn't draw it, because 12 damage to your face just for 1 card is just a very steep cost. That's basically the only anti-interaction in this deck that I really didn't enjoy, but we have only 2 of them. So you can ask why we don't play one of the Krakens, because they are so resilient, they are hard to kill, generally we don't lose them. I just didn't want the situation when our main card for the deck is the bottom card in the deck, because then we basically don't have time to kill the enemy. We went completely with Snowlands, because the Icebreaker Kraken works like this, that you actually need all the Snowlands in the deck. You cannot go Jewari, some halls, things like this, because then the discount doesn't matter, it's not good enough. You need to go all in on the Snowlands. So for this reason, we don't really have a lot of win conditions. We have Professor Onyx, we have Kraken, and what? Sorin. That's kinda it. So you need to be careful. Don't forget we have Devious Cover-Up, so generally if something dies, as long as it's not exiled, we can, get it back and cycle. But this is the reason why I wanted 2 Krakens. if that is the last card of your deck, very often you wouldn't win. If you have two of them, there's always one, you know, in the middle of the deck, and you can start killing enemy right away. So that's a big difference, and that's why it's here. For the card though, first for Discover is really good here because we have so many basics. Basically, basics, that's fun. We have 18 basics in the deck. I think the Veil is important in this deck, even though it's two colors, but we want to have this choice, which mana we want. Sometimes we have only islands in the hand. We don't have like symmetrical mana because we are a bit more on the black side, I guess. Let me check actually. We are on the blue side. Sloth, you're amazing at making decks. Great. But honestly, like, early game we want like Brachi first especially, and double mid hook, so early game you might need more swamps, and you might need all of them just to, you know, activate the mid hook massacre or shadow verdicts. You don't want situation when you have 4 islands and 1 swamp and you have this in the hand that will win you the game. So for this reason we have a bit more veils to fix your mana on top of the tunnel. I didn't feel they hurt a lot. Like, we have enough untapped lands that they are fine. So that was the logic here. We of course have Memory Deluge, which is a cardo as well, along the first for Discover, which is amazing. In this deck, I think that was the best deck I have ever tried it in. And Sorin is the big cardo for the deck. This is something you generally protect with rest of your deck, and you want to cast it so you draw cards. So generally don't make the Vampire if you don't have to. +1 is just better. And the Sorin just skyrockets in value and like winning games when you start plussing it instead of making this Vampire. Also because 5 loyalty is so much more than 2 loyalty. 2 dies to everything, like even Prismari command or Voltage Surge without the kicker thingy. And 5 loyalty doesn't die to anything. So you really want to keep up Sorin, especially if the board is empty, and that's when you play this. So really cool, very cool. We have also Professor Onyx to finish the games in case other things fail, and we have so many instants that we can use Magecraft very well here. And yeah, I feel that it's a solid choice together with Blood on the Snow. Even though it's just 1 Onyx, we can get her back 3 times. If not, we just get back Sorin, and that's it. So that is the deck. I hope you enjoy. I had really a lot of fun with playing this one, and you know, 100% win rate in this version, so nothing to scoff at. And I really wanted to make Snow version. I actually started with different one, but I decided this will be the Icebreaker Kraken deck, and I'm really happy. This card is amazing. Like, the deck building cost is incredibly high, but when you get it rolling for 2 mana 8/8 that has evasion, especially that you have negates and syncopates and counter spells, like, this is unkillable for the enemy, and it stops enemy creatures as well, so it's even worse for the enemy. So I really enjoyed it, and I encourage you to try if you like this kind of junk meme and actually pretty good decks, it seems, at least from my testing today. So I hope you like this. If you like this kind of decks and me rambling for 20 minutes about Dimir, because that happens a lot, don't forget to subscribe. We do make a lot of those decks. And if you are here on the channel for the first time, check out the rest of the videos. I'm sure you will find something for you. And with that being said, enjoy the games. I think they were fun, and thank you for listening to me. Oh my god, that was so long. Yeah, let's go into the games. Alright, so what do we have here? Oh man, on the draw, much worse, because this one is tapped. Yep, that was exactly the problem with this hand, and we basically lost the game. Great matchup. So, given the fact that we were on the draw, and we got the tapped black land, we are super behind. What format am I? What format I'm playing? Isn't this like not standard? Whatever. Like, I guess. It doesn't seem like standard, does it? For this reason we'll go with Delver, because this one is actually this one is cheaper, and we have the target already, so no reason to not use it. Man, was it reprinted or I'm just playing the wrong format? But how? Like, I've been playing standard. Man, I'm so lost right now. By the way, double krakens in the top 10 cards. Amazing. Thank you, Magic. I think we actually played this, right? Maybe not. This will be a crazy turn. He will tap it, but whatever. He will tap it anyway. Yeah, I don't think we can allow both of them, because the turn will be just so crazy. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm still confused. Like, the symbol in the expansion it's definitely from like historic, but maybe it was reprinted somewhere else. I have no idea. That's so weird. I think we bounce at the end step, because then we can open the Devious Cover-Up if we really want. Alright, he can answer with instant, so if we bounce, that doesn't really matter at all. Alright, now it does matter, because it means it doesn't untap, so he lost 1 damage, and he cannot follow up with another spell that will also deal 1 damage. That's so weird. I cannot believe what's going on. Man, am I lost and it's just standard? I never seen this card and it's so good that it should be there, right? I don't know. Alright, let's play the card, because we obviously cannot hit our lands. And this will be island. And let's get this one going. So we are completely tapped out. However, oh man, this will be so irritating to deal with. And they even have the den. I really don't like having double Kraken. I was considering playing only one, but there are, like, you can miss it then. Okay, this is actually pretty decent. Unfortunately, he will activate the den most likely, and that's super bad for us. Okay, I think it's worth a counter spell. What do we get? I want some card draw. And I mean, this is probably okay. Into the Roil? Not really. 4 mana to cycle is just a bit too slow. We have better things in our deck. Okay. And no extra damage. Kumano will be already way too much damage. If we play another land, I think we can go with Kraken, right? It's exactly 6. Like, having 1 Kraken in the field would be so great. Because then we block every creature, including like the den. So that, I guess that's a good situation. Like, we have a lot of good draws. Even land is decent here, but it needs to be untapped one. 6. Okay. We could also go for the mid hook, but honestly I think this is better. You did not expect the Kraken. Nobody expects the Kraken. What more, this is tapped, so if he activates it, we have very good block. Ledger Shredder, sure. And now we can go for a mid hook. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. Connive hurts, not because of the pump, but the fact that he draws a card. Okay, it was man, Delver would be so great to have here. But I guess we can still somehow make it. It's also not legendary. Is it game when we go double Kraken? I think it is. Blood on the snow. Okay. Do we attack? He won't block. But we cannot attack as well. 4. I'm not sure if he can double spell. but we cannot still do anything about it. Okay, he cannot. Nice. We got back to 6. No. No, 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 no. And next turn I guess we attack, play Kraken, and just go all in. I'm still baffled with the Alchemist. Bro, just stop top decking the burn, please. Just stop the top decks. This is smart, he knows he wants to activate the den and also play a good card. Whew, that's interesting. Let's attack. This means that he has one top deck and he dies. Of course they will never block. Actually they cannot, but if they could they would still not block. And let's play the Kraken. I heard it's a good card. He has only one freaking top deck. Gods of Magic. Let him not draw a direct damage spell that deals exactly 2 or 3 damage. Is it too much to ask in 41 cards? Like, in every situation like this, I feel that he just draws it. And it seems that he will. Oh my god, can't you just draw a land like a decent person? Please, a land. Are you freaking serious? Look at this freaking draw, consider, into iteration. Oh my god, and he didn't find it. Krakens carried this game. Oh my god, what a nail biter. I had no idea until the last moment who will win. Easy, Krakens win the game, guys. Okay, this is a gamer moment. Finally we have everything. Let's go with the tunnel. Always those are the last from the tap lands, because you need to make a decision. And we definitely want Negate up. So for now we are playing a bit on this side. Sure. 1 damage, my friend. Enemy definitely just wants to lose the thingy. And obviously we won't let him get the thingy. Let's play this one. Back. We can sneak 1, because enemy has 3-drop only, and we have Negate up. And from the creature side they cannot play anything threatening. I think Tenacious Underdog would be the worst one. Nah, he doesn't want to. He knows what's up. Man, can I please stop drawing lands? Every single turn, forever. Thank you. For this reason I really want Celestus. 3 mana. Okay, so it's Deadly Dispute at the worst case, and we don't care about it. I want Celestus because we need to cycle all of those crap into actually useful cards. Okay, sure. I think I will take 6 damage once. It will hurt, but we will heal quite a lot, so it's not the worst, you know. Finally, thank you. So, yeah, we have enough mana. It means that we played this one on blue, I think. Let's go for blue. And we will cycle one of the cards. Nice. Yep. I wish I had this. But it's at least here, finally. It's 7 damage, right? Invoke Despair might be... have your opponent... Of course not. You won't draw cards, my friend. Stop dreaming. There's literally 0 chance for you to draw cards. You know, except Learn, Deadly Dispute, Invoke, Despair and stuff like this. Sure. Enemy has exactly the Deadly Dispute mana. We could exile Sorin, but I don't think it's worth it. So we just give him the Deadly Dispute, it's fine. He needs to do it oh! He didn't. Maybe that's Infernal Grasp then. I guess it has to be, right? Okay. We actually can do it. But it's Infernal Grasp, right? We talked about it. Enemy can activate the hive. It is a bit of a pain. So for this reason, I think we go with the +1. We also need a... Please, no Kraken. Thank you. Thank you. That I actually really appreciate this draw. This is pretty decent. So we have Negate up, or we can just keep drawing a lot of cards, and enemy cannot kill Sorin. Told you. That's the kind of deck they always have with Invoke Despair, and they usually have 2 of them in top 20 cards. At least that's my today's experience. They always have 2 of them in the top, like, not even half of the deck. Even better than this. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't play it. I'm not sure. There is a high chance I shouldn't. Alright. Like, I mean, why not, right? A Kraken, a random Kraken comes into play. By the way, iTwitch will be tapped. This is March, but he can go maximum at 4 damage, I guess. Bro, this is actually 10 damage. Oh man, insane. If we cast something right now, we flip into daytime. I don't want to kill this. So, do we actually go for the draw just to flip Celestus? We don't really do anything else, right? Let's be honest. I don't think bluffing is worth it, and it curates our draw way better. Nice. You know, we can always get back stuff from the Kraken ability. Oh, no. Respect, bro. That's a good one. However, it's not a lot of value. He basically invested 2 cards into having 1 lesson. It's not the worst, and obviously he can take a lot of different stuff, but all in all, I do not super care about the mascot exhibition. If that's his draw, I'm pretty happy about it. Land, no. I don't need... Like, I like having lands, but I prefer other cards right now. Sure. My turn. We could actually kill a lot of those, right? We can go for mid-hook for 2. Yeah, I think that this is so good. And we do it now. Because we deal a bit less with the thingies, but Kraken would get blocked anyway. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger. Alright, it's Blood Chief first, I forgot. So, it doesn't really matter. We killed this one as well. Enemy is tapped out, so we don't need to care about our plays too much. And honestly, given we have cards, I think we do play like this. You generally really like... Not you. Generally you really like to have different kind of threats. So for example, in this board, you have 1 big creature with evasion, that's very hard to kill, and also something with going wide. So right now enemy needs a sweeper, but sweeper doesn't answer the Kraken very well. And even if they do sweeper, like we save the Kraken, and usually sweepers are extremely expensive. So like all in all, he's in a bad spot. And that's how we want to, you know, make your plays.
I will show you what happens when the spiders squash. I will cull the weak.
2 mana. I think we draw. Drawing seems pretty smart idea. Man, like Kraken is pressuring them, no joke. It's just so funny. Yeah, I like lands, but not as much. Alright, let's start with the thingy. That's a good thingy. I do want more lands. Alright, so we could bounce the spider, kill the other spider, and then kill Lolth. We also get to check priority, which is really sweet. Ah, there is a priority. Deadly Dispute? I guess that's kind of fine, right? Now we go like this. We do not need much HP, so we just go like this. And I think we kill Lolf and pressure his life total. Like, it's so fun, we are actually destroying them with Kraken. Like legitly we are. To combat. So those two need to go here. This goes here. We cannot kill them this turn, so best case scenario. We deprive them of all the value and we make sure that next turn it's lethal. Of course they probably have something to postpone it, but in 2 turns I think they might start lacking answers. 3. Sure. What's about the rest? Like, we have a Kraken here, bro. You need to do something about this one. I think it might be Inferno Grasp, so then we bounce and we repeat. That's like the beauty of the Kraken. It's actually insanely good, like, control creature, because it's basically unkillable. And as you can see, enemy knows that he needs to put a lot of work here. Alright, so we can kill one of them. Let's check if we can kill both of them. Well, you know. Let's go for Memory Deluge. Man, legendary. Like, really legendary. So many lands. Huh. That is a bit unfortunate. So he will go for a Mascot Exhibition most likely. He will block with the Twitch, of course, for the lesson. We cannot really do anything about it. But he needs to get spells cast. And this will be a problem, because Mascot Exhibition, if he has another one, because I'm not sure if he even does, is 7 mana, and we have Syncopate. So he can play land, have a treasure. It's basically pay 3 to counter. Okay, sure. But for this you need a creature. If he activates it, it's what? He has 3 mana, so he can do it. It won't die, but it slows us down. I'm not sure how much I care. I'm honestly not sure. If we kill this, we do not have counter spells. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Like, it's legit. Yeah, now I'm scared. So he wants to know what we have. He will get rid of Syncopate, I guess. This is part of the casting cost. Yeah, now he cannot activate the stuff. Okay, I think we played this very delicately. This is sorcery, so he cannot respond. Now his mana is lost, so it means that the Hive is not good enough to activate to make a creature. So now he needs to have creature in one of those two. Of course he has. Why wouldn't he top deck it? Of course. Of course. We still can save the Kraken, it's unkillable basically, but a bit annoying. Sure. I really would love you to get rid of my Syncopate right now, because I need removal. So if you would be so kind, I would really appreciate it. I guess not. Alright. That's another land from the top. It's insane how many lands do we draw. Like, actually insane. Let's go with Sorin, I guess. We have so much life that we can... Oh, another land! Thank you, game. I cannot believe how many lands we draw. Alright, finally some good cards. It's insane. We actually would kill him with Titan. So Bloodchip first was the choice. We kill this, we attack and we win. Kraken! Completely obliterating the ladder. It's actually a really good control creature, I have to say. Okay, that's what I call a decent hand. We have a lot of card draw, and actually this one is the last land, because we might draw anything else and then we can discard it to first. And we did. We actually did. Believe or not, this is definitely swamp. Man, I really like how it changes the colors based on how you play it. One of the few situations where wizards actually did their job well. Amazing. Incredible. Such a small company, such a lot of stuff. Alright. Jokes aside, let's play this thingy. And if there's anything we are good at, is drawing a lot of lands. As you can freaking see, 26 lands and I get flooded every single game. If we cast it with kicker, how does it? Are you freaking serious? We are actually getting punished for playing snowlands. Like, my life is just complete. Can you even believe? Having Redain as a counter to your mana base. The game we get paired. It's not even aggro. I don't know what it is. So like banned? I don't know what. I have zero idea what I'm playing against. Enjoy. Yay, 2 damage. Crazy. Amazing. Beautiful. I have no words other than this. Alright, so he wants to put the counter. That's super cool. I think we allow this. By the way, we still don't have a single counter spell this game. I actually packed my deck with counter spells because I cannot hit them ever. Yep, we will discard so many cards for no reason. Oh my god, it's insane. Yeah, we have to discard something. Let's get rid of this one. It's tapped, we don't want it. And the rest one, like, I guess it's fine. Oh my god, like, we cannot draw normally with this deck ever. And enemy is a lion fan. I do not like them one bit. Alright, enjoy your 3 damage. Yeah, sure, let's get over with this one. So at the end step we Into the Roil, of course, then Devious Cover-Up. Let's just make sure that, yeah, enjoy. Can we put the kicker? I'm not sure how it works. Okay, nice. So it doesn't make spell more expensive. Really cool. Very cool. Alright, we have stuff going on. I think we play like this. Now we have mana for Devious Cover-Up or Memory Deluge, depending on what we want to do. Oh, that's such a nice bait. So basically enemy said, I hope you will be a very bad player and counter something you shouldn't. Sweet. We cannot march because it will be 4 mana cost, and this means that it will get, you know, the thinged. Alright. I actually do not mind those. Yeah, I like Into the Roil as well. Like, it's pretty sweet right now. We can take those. Alright. So this is a small problem, but not really a big one. So, you know, we just go into nighttime, because we really want to cycle out those cards, because they are obnoxious draws. It should be the Veil, but I'm a bit triggered, as always, so I'm not doing this one. We are at so much HP, we don't care, like, we just want to be reactive. Okay, that's super cool. Enjoy your 1 HP. So we wait until the end step, nice. And now, I don't know, like, we can kill it and draw cards, or only draw cards. I think that I prefer more value from this. Like, HP really gives us so much time. Nice. 21. Easy. Rat on the Snow is pretty amazing here. We won't be double spelling. I think? Yeah, let's see what the enemy does. I think we will cast in response Memory Deluge and some counter spell most likely. Alright. Innkeeper. Enjoy your 3 damage. That's the beauty of March, like I like the cards so much. Basically they cannot pressure you enough and they need to play more into the board than they want. And then you get nice sweepers and stuff. Okay, finally, some commitment from our bro. Magic. Look at our cards. We drew 1/3 of the deck and it's nearly all lands. We actually drew 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that aren't lands, 5. 1/3 of the deck and 5 cards that aren't lands. It's incredible. Like, it's crazy. Are you freaking serious right now? Like, we are still in okay spot, but what you see here is just completely ridiculous. So we drew like 75% of lands? It's basically impossible. Like, what the hell? Oh my god. So we can go for the Memory Deluge, right? So I think we take this enormous hit. And then we Blood on the Snow later. So we go for what? 4 mana, 5, 6, 7, and we have 3 out of this. 3 mana on top. So it means that we can go... No, we can't. We lack 1 mana. Yeah, because then we are left with 6. That would be so great, because this is basically draw 2 cards. But it's still better to, you know, draw those 2 cards out of 7. There is a small chance we don't hit 7 lands, so you know, we need to get it through. Enemy will draw, but I don't super care right now. Do we get something cool? No, of course not. Of course. I mean, I guess we could get something. Negate seems cool. This one would be great earlier, because we could get it into the graveyard somehow. Now we cannot really. So Blood on the Snow won't give us Sorin, which would be extremely helpful. Okay, and he develops the board. I do not mind it. Like, we definitely want to sweep next turn. Sure. Now we get cards. Man, like, this has been the rule lately. You get flooded for first 7 turns or something crazy like this, and when you are so pressured that you need to start sweeping, then you get the card draw and all this stuff. Like, it's been so annoying. Like, there is a way we could get Sorin, but it's probably not better than just hard casting it. So, like, let's not make overplay. That has been the 0 value, basically. I feel that we want the creature. Yes, yes, please give me something that is not a land. Oh my god, at least we get through all the lands in our deck, basically. Man, can you imagine how they are even on the graveyard? Oh, just from the Celestus, I think. We cycled so many of them. Oh my god. Cool. Exile effect, that's pretty sweet for them. Brutal Cutter. So we... Okay, we don't get value for this one, I guess. But other... Yeah, I need more lands. I still don't have enough. What the hell? We also didn't hit our win condition at all yet. So let's start with this one and see what we get. Alright, finally. Alright, those are the cards. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so we can cast this. But it's probably better next turn, right? Oh man, I would love to have a blocker. I think it's still Blood on the Snow. We don't get anything, but we get a 4-4 and the enemy has nothing, so that's really good start. Especially as now we will start to have some initiative, and having a 2 mana 8/8 seems pretty sweet. Yeah, they also have a lot of removal that they didn't have chance to use on anything so far. Qatar is annoying, but it's not good enough to threaten us. So no, a 2 mana 8/8 seems pretty decent. And let's see what the enemy will do. Man, like, we needed to go through so many lands, it's insane. But I feel that the lands are over and now we can actually start playing Magic, and with double Devious Cover-Up we can just keep cycling whatever we want. So our draw will finally be good. Sure, I guess. As long as it's... I wonder if that's a protection spell, but we do not care. Enemy must be so excited. Oh, that's so sweet. I thought it gets exiled. That's my bad, but it's still a good play. Because... and that's the problem with Mind Flayer, right? How much mana do we have actually? 11. 11 seems pretty decent. So let's go like 7. And we clear the board this way, and we still have Negate in case he has protection spell. I would go to blockers. Thank you. Icebreaker Kraken, winning games. Only on this channel. Subscribe if you like seeing Kraken kill the enemy. Because I really do. This is the first time I've seen in my life Kraken killing someone. Because literally nobody plays this card. 28. Yeah, I will. Sure. Make Disappear seems... man, all of them seems pretty decent. I guess I will take March, because there's for sure at least 2 creatures, so this is basically a counter spell in a way. But this counter spell gets us back to... yeah, I think he scoops. Like, he cannot answer it probably. Sure. Yeah, you exile, whatever. We will kill it. Actually do prefer him to get exiled, because when it gets back, he gets the effect. It won't probably change anything, but you know, it's better play generally. Yep, let's go into a dance step. And in response, I don't care. Like, I could count, but math is for, you know, control players. We are definitely not a control player. Alright, nice. Let's go for Memory Deluge. Oh my god, cards! Can you believe we actually have cards in our deck? My turn. Sure, I could probably bounce it, but it does not matter. Smork. Oh yeah. 8 damage from the Kraken. And now, my friend, you need to go through a lot of stuff to not die this turn. This is one of the problems with Ascendancy. It's great when you have something. On its own, it's basically a dead card, right? You may look, you may cast... okay, we don't want to have this headache, so let's just exile it. And I do, in fact, have very cool cards in my graveyard. Let's take this. Blood on the Snow seems pretty... oh, Graven Lore. Yeah? I will take all of them. Nice. Man, this is so sweet when you can start cycling the cover-ups. I mean... not sure if that's what he wanted to do, to be honest. He stepped out, right? Let's just make sure that he knows what's up. It's 8. Yep, I'm sure. I will pay. Given we are at 27, I don't think it we do mind it. Oh, he didn't want to see the Kraken smoking him. Oh, it feels so great to have Kraken. This is actually a very strong card. The fact that it returns, it's pretty sweet. No man, on the draw again. I don't like this hand, for the record, but if you have March, if you have Bounce, and if you have Shadow Verdict, you generally have some time to do stuff. Alright, and maybe, just maybe, we are against a normal deck. Okay, jokes aside, this is a really good draw. Graven Lore, Into the Roil and Negate are really good altogether. This might be Kaita. Alright, so we go for the tap land right now. It's black. I was thinking, is there anything that he can play for 2 mana? Yeah, sure. For 2 mana and then have Juwari? Because that would be a problem. He can defend whatever he plays. Sorin? Ooh, Bankbuster. I will counter it. It's such a big card advantage, I don't want it. And with Devious Cover-Up, oh, extremely nice. This is basically a dead card. I love it. Okay. We can even bounce it if we want. Alright, so we go very defensively right now. It hurts a bit, because we cannot go with the Graven Lore. And we can shuffle Negate, which actually can be a big deal. Nice. Do we go with this? It is a card draw. Like, Midhook Massacre is not a good card for the matchup. I think we just maximize the value. Yeah, I like it. We drew some stuff. And to be honest, I don't really think that we will even go like super crazy with the Graven Lore. I really want at least 1 mana to back it up. We do not counter this. Maybe if it's activated. He actually got basically activated version because Midhook is just a dead card here. Oh, he discarded the Chariot? What is going on, guys? He left the Midhook Massacre and he discarded the Chariot. Is this like some kind of vehicles deck? I don't know what's going on, but I know that I will never counter this. This is a bit unfortunate, I guess. Graven Lore is so good here, but we cannot do it. No man, if we were untapped, if we were untapped, he probably wouldn't play like this. So I guess, ha. Graven Lore is a big deal here, and we cannot defend it. He can play mana and the Planewalker. Giving him double Cardo is a big deal. He might draw a counter spell. Maybe we just... yeah, I think we wait. Unless he taps out more. Then we can play this. And we can play Graven Lore at Dance Step together with Make Disappear. And that's, you know, that's a decent play. Like, we can protect Graven Lore. This is a really important card for us. Like, imagine we don't have this. Our hand doesn't do much. If he taps, of course, we play differently, but right now we just cannot protect it. And I will go with untapped land, just for this situation. We can go up to... yeah, I think that's the moment. This is a bit scary, but we have, like, March, and we can make disappear, so it means that he can play up to 4 mana threat. So the worst thing that can happen is, like, Sorin, I guess. No. Blood on the Snow? It's basically a Planewalker removal, that's awful. 5 bottom, thank you. Wow, this is also crap. I cannot believe how bad we drew. We even have to discard. Oh my god. That has... I think this exactly was the worst Graven Lore of my life. I never had such a bad one. We have Negates, we have Devious Cover-Up, we have Memory Deluge, and I think other Graven Lore. Let's get rid of this one. This is tap land, we generally don't want those. Especially when we bounce with the Kraken, you always prefer the untapped ones. Okay, interesting. So it is a vehicle deck. Huh. A bit annoying. Okay, so let's put a stop. A big problem is that he probably has protection, right? But we definitely want to do it anyway. Shadow Verdict is decent, I think. I hope he doesn't counterspell it. I'm pretty sure he will. Oh, nice. Really nice. Okay. One down. This is a good draw. Okay, cool. I'm happy with the situation. I'm super not happy with the Graven Lore. This was the most awful Graven Lore in history. Alright. The second one. This one gets exiled. Pretty dope. March. I don't want to draw March right now. I have better cards. Alright. Second out. And that was enough. That was such a weird game. He actually gave up after playing two of those. I guess he didn't see our Abysmal draw, so that's why he was here. Yeah, interesting one.